fan of Anthony Edwards. DDG actually wants to be a father, but I believe because DDG, of course, got a internet darling pregnant, it's like his tears kind of go like on deaf ears almost, where it's like people just like, oh, shut up and take her to court then if you really want to see your kid. And I'm sure he realistically, he don't want to go to court with her. Why? Like, he probably feel like, why should I have to go to court to see my kid? And I understand, again, he's young. He's somebody in his 20s. So, I mean, of course, most people who have these conversations already have experienced this because you're in your 30s. You already been to child support court, or you already figured out how to do the custody thing. I'm sure realistically the same way people are defending Haley, I'm sure that's still even the same way he see her. Even when he talk, he be like, bro, I don't want to muddy her image up. I can imagine he probably like, bro, I'm trying to keep it peace. I don't want her to have her name in the court system for sitting here fighting for custody. Why? Like, it shouldn't even be like this because we didn't break up on those type of terms. Like, so why should it even have to go to that? I'm sure, I mean, you're going to have to live and you learn, but I'm going to play this clip of him because they were dragging him to hell.
Fuck about hanging around no girls. I want to be around my son. Like, I don't want to be on no blogs and no shit like that, nigga. I'm just trying to kick it. But I gotta do shit like this. Now I gotta go to court, do all this extra shit when it ain't even gotta be like that, bro. But today was my last straw. I'm like, all right, cool. Y'all, if y'all was watching me stream yesterday, y'all know I'm like, all right, I wouldn't even gonna stream today. I'm like, I ain't streaming today. I'm gonna be with my son. I planned my whole day to be with him. My whole day was around that. And then I get there and I can't, and I'm kicked out of the crib, can't see him, whatever. Mind you, we have our own lives. Like, she got her own shit going on. I got my own shit going on in terms of who we fuck with. Like, we not together whatsoever. We not boyfriend and girlfriend. So ain't got nothing to do with the content. Ain't got nothing to do with nothing. I've been dealing with this forever where I feel like I'm a secondary parent. And I know a lot of dads out there go through this shit. Some type of something going on in my life. I've been doing really good. I've been keeping my head down, just working. Waking up every day, working, dealing with this shit on the same breath, nobody will really know. And she got this fucking golden image that I've also protected. And I'm like, all right, cool. I'm gonna keep doing that because I'm a real nigga. But this shit is foul, bro. Like, if I want to come get my son, I should be able to get my son. Plain and simple. And I wasn't even coming to take him. Like, today, I wasn't even going to take him out because he's sick. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm going to just grab my son and go hang out with him downstairs. Me and her don't really speak like that. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm going to take my son, go hang out downstairs. Whoop. I'm getting kicked out. No, because I don't get the chance to be a dad when I want to be a dad. Like, you think I don't give a fuck about hanging around no girls. I want to be around my son. You feel me? But since I can't be around my son, I'm obviously going to work. I'm not going to sit in the crib, look at the wall and cry about the shit. You know, I'm going to go work. So it's like every single day or every other day, I'm trying to see him. I'm trying to get him to come over or whatever. I never get him dropped off. I always go pick him up. I live far as shit. So I'm driving hours to go get him. And then I get there and I can't get him. Or I can't see him. My son is sick right now. I want to see my son. I want to hold my son. I want to, you know what I'm saying? I just want to comfort him. I want to put him in the shower, get some steam in his nose so he can feel better. I don't get the chance to do that. I get pinned against the wall. And then everything else is variables on why I can't see my son.
Again,
I'm gonna tell him as a father and been through those situations, brother, go to court. Because at the end of the day, and once it's on paper, your visitations or whatever the case may be, is no say so. What if your day is I'm supposed to get him such and such? That's when you get him. Like you going through all this and saying that. I get it. I understand it. But at the end of the day, don't say, well, I'm trying to protect her image. No, you need to go to court. If that's what you really want to do, you don't want to be held, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that. Go to court and do it the right way. Because at the end of the day, it might feel good, or you might be, all right, no, we cool, we on good terms. It's her choice. And if she don't want to be dealing with you or whatever, she gonna use that against you. So if you don't want to have to go through all this, right, what you're going through right now, go to court, get the visitation, and you ain't got to talk to neither one of y'all have to even talk. Y'all can set it with, all right, it's a pickup point. I pick him up on this day, blah, blah, blah. Drop off here, and that's it.
Oh, okay, but then I guess my question would be is, do you think, what if for somebody like him who is like, he kind of, probably used to being hands-on, where it's more like he done had his kid where it's like, I mean, even think about when he had his son and he was putting him on stream, like he had him with him every day. So it's kind of like, I'm sure that would kind of like, it'll be a little bit frustrating, or that court drag out maybe a little bit long if you trying to not just get your kid for 2 or 3 days, where you kind of like, if I'm used to seeing my kid 5 times a week or 4 times a week, it's going to be hard for me to sit here and say, now I get it put on paper, because I'm sure it'll get to be easy if he be like, I only want to see my son on the weekend, or only want to get him Mondays and Wednesdays. Of course, yeah, he can go to court and they probably approve that, but I'm sure realistically he don't want it to be to that point, because I want to be a hands-on dad where I'm seeing my kid on the regular. Like, I like taking my son and having my son on stream. Like, maybe him and her was bumping heads with that one. That's cool, but it's just kind of just like, damn, it's like.
Then you should have did what you had to do from the beginning. Like, that's my thing. When you say you need to know your person before you have kids with them, that's the thing right there. Like,
listen, I 100% agree with you. And you know what is the crazy thing is, I'm gonna play this clip because him and it's so funny sometimes. Like, what gets caught on what is it? Hip hop. What is that? What was it? Damn, what's the name of that page? Is this one? I think it is. But he had a moment where it was him and Blueface. Oh my God, I'm on a rap. Is it this one? Yeah. It was a video. Him and Blueface was in the car together, and they were talking about it. And he was telling him like, man, be careful, because you gonna sit here and end up having a kid. And the kid gonna put you, I mean, you're gonna end up having to get on child support. That ain't gonna happen to me, or whatever the case may be, because me and my baby, damn, I want to find that video that he had, because he literally had a video and it was going viral, and it was him and Blueface.
And that's why I say, even when we talked, we had this conversation a lot of times, and I say, dog, kids change people.
No, I swear to God, this was
kids
Blueface.
Change
oh my God, I gotta find this video now. Damn, I gotta find it. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Blueface and DDG.
Like, you can't, you think it might be sweet, but once that kid, dog, it changed a lot.
They literally had this jump. Where's this video at, man?
They definitely changed a lot. So, like I said, my best advice to you is just go through court, get it set.
I'm not gonna have no baby mama, bro. Whoever I have a kid with, she's with me for life. It ain't like that. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care what nobody.
It all starts like that.
Exactly how you think, nigga.
Yeah,
I'm not.
Sometimes the kids break y'all up, bro. Sometimes the kids be the reason y'all break up.
How the kid gonna break me?
Still growing up. No, the kid gonna break you up because her emotions gonna get the rise, and she might feel like she got something to hold against you, so she gonna be acting different. She might be using the kid to boss you around, you know, to keep tabs on you. And then that might cause you to be so stressed out, like, damn, bitch, she like, no, this, that, you know.
Do it really matter? Do it really matter?
Nah, females are, they petty, bro.
Yes. I know it's all girls.
Yeah, they all that. It's not just one or two. All of them are petty. So the second y'all get into y'all little situation, y'all little Twitter beef, and then the kid, it's like, oh, shit.
I can't handle baby mama, bro.
Yeah.
She had a baby by me.
I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best to do that, man.
Bro, I feel like when I have a kid, the whole world.
Yeah, your whole world, what's up?
Think so?
Sure. Yeah, you're gonna be this way you thinking right now, you're gonna be like, fuck that shit. When you ready to leave, you're gonna be ready to leave. Then you're gonna be like, fuck this.
And it's so crazy. Out of all people who was giving you that type of game was Blueface. But it's so funny because it's everything that you just said, but it's just so funny that it came from Blueface, and it was just like, damn, I'm sure DDG man, like, all right, then you Blueface, you be on some other, but he got realistically, he told you exactly what was going to happen, and then that's how it panned out. But like I said, again,
because the one thing, and like you always preach, you should have put a ring on it first.
Yeah, that's right. But that's the. I mean, of course, to me, that is the smarter thing to do. But I always, again, I kind of tie some of that down into realistically for most of them. It's just an age thing. It's an age thing, and you think realistically. And most people, when you're young, you always figure, man, I know better than whoever trying to give you some advice. Even because literally, like you just said, Blueface literally gave him perfect advice, but he brushed it off 9 times out of 10 because he felt like I live a more cleaner life than Blueface. I treat my women completely different from the way Blueface. So in his mind, Blueface telling him this information, and he kind of brushing it off like, me and you 2 different type of people, so we gonna get 2 different type of results from our women, and you got the same exact result because 9 times out of 10, again, like you said, because both of y'all on the internet, both of y'all hear the pressures from the internet. So you hear all the conversations, the egos, whatever, get the best of each other. You absolutely right. If you would have got this girl pregnant, you should have kind of did what Jacquees did. You should have at least made her a fiance at that time and just put a ring on it, because you can't sit here and say one thing in a video and then, okay, y'all have a kid, and then you just sit here playing the boyfriend, and then you come off and seem like you're a little bit jealous, the jealous boyfriend, and you was at the same time you were trying to prove to the internet, you were trying to prove too much to the internet. I think that was DDG's biggest problem in this relationship. Like, you were trying to prove to the internet that you was worthy enough to be in this girl's life, because the internet was kind of looking at it like, you just a whatever. They wasn't really showing you no love. And that's because, of course, the internet don't understand streaming. You don't understand how much these streamers make, how much people, like, even if you don't, most people, if you don't get on TikTok, you don't know how much TikTok pay out. I tell y'all this all the time, bro. I swear to God, bro. I always say this every time. Shout outs to Soulja Boy. Because, dog, he don't live on the East Coast. He is a West Coast nigga. I be getting up at like 8, and I'm like, bro, this man already been on here. They probably already battled like 5 people or whatever the case may be. But that's my point. Some people just know how to put in that grind. And I respect especially people who make music and you kind of just know when to switch it and do something completely different. So like I said, I think just for DDG's biggest thing was it was the internet. He allowed the internet to get the best of his relationship and cause a real wedge in their relationship, because obviously he got enough respect for her. He don't never sit here and try to really dog her out and be disrespectful, even in this situation where he feel like he want his kid back. Like, he ain't making it no like crazy. Like, he just talking about it. He on his stream, he talking about it just the same way somebody sit on a podcast. Hey, I'm just talking about it. I'm not sitting here bashing her. I'm just telling y'all my feelings. I cut this mic on. I'm on this live stream. I'm just telling my audience how it is and how I feel right now.
And that's why I said you can set it up to your, way you want to structure. Like, even if you want to drop them off at school every day, you can set it up that way. So that's why I said, don't say I don't want to do the court because I don't want to muddy her name. But if you
for sure. But I think I think realistically, that probably, just to be honest, that part is going to take it. It's going to take longer because both of them got money. So, when it comes to that, like, I get what you're saying. Yeah, of course. Like, if this was him going, like, let's just sit here and say if he had some real NBA type of bread, yeah, those are the type of things you could play in court. I don't know how much money he got. I don't know how much money she got, but I do understand that them going back and forth in the court and you trying to get a better lawyer, it's going to get pricey.
It's pricey, period. But that's what I'm saying. If you don't do it, you're going to get fucked at the end of the day. That's why I'm just telling him, like, right now, if this is what you want to do, you want to see your child, you want to just set that up.
Yeah, you just got to probably just spend money.
Because like I said, you can't look at it like, oh, nah, I'm trying. Because even if you do try to work things out, it still might, because later on down the line, she could be like, all right, no, I don't want to do this shit no more. But once it's set on paper, that's what you got to follow by.
You got to follow it. You got to go.
So like at the end of the day, it is what it is. Now it only get messy, or you can mess her name up when you start spilling out. Oh, well, she did, she do this, she, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's when you muddy her name out.
Sure.
But if it's at the end of the day, if it's just a custody, I want visitation, I want this, you need to set that up. Or if you're saying you're not even talking to her, so how can y'all even come up with a plan? So you probably just going over there, like she's saying she don't want to be bothered with you, just going over there like, oh, hey, yeah, I'm here to see. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you had it set up, you ain't even got to have a conversation with her. Drop off point is here. I pick them up, you pick them up,
Yeah, and I guess I agree with everything you just said, and my only pushback for DDG would be is all of that you saying is cool, and then you can't sit here and say that you had that video, and then that on one of them other like smaller blogs, they'll pick up a video. He took a girl to Wendy's, and he was doing a live. And let's be clear, it was funny, but I can only imagine if your baby mom is tired of you doing videos with all these girls, even if it's just friendly hate.
So what is it he do? Like, I've seen
he do live streams, but they got it to the point now where it don't have to be the old academics way where I just got to sit in front of a camera. They got the Jones where they put the Jones on their head, put the microphone on there, and they can live stream. And they
did one with
around.
Shorty, right?
What's the
Cooking with Kaya, right?
Yeah, he did one with Cooking with Kaya.
And I think I seen him do another one with somebody else.
No, he recently just did a joke, like literally after this same day that this video was going viral and him talking about he can't see his son. It was later on that day. It was like, but like I said, it was one of those smaller hip hop pages, and they picked it up, and he like sitting in the back of a Rose Royce, him and this, like, and the girl was pretty. They going on a date, and he pull up to the Wendy's, get both of them some Frosties, and the girl was like, bro, stop playing with me. Like, I'm hungry. We gonna get some. You don't want a Frosty? And she's like, nah. Told the driver to pull her over and let her out the car. It was. I'm sure realistically it might have been fake, but it don't matter even if it's fake and you just doing it just for the stream. Mm-hmm. You know for a fact you and your baby moms got some different type of energy going on right now. You just better pick up you and your homeboys and do them jumps with them. Like, you got to relax on doing the streams with the girls until you get home situated. Like, you can't, like, I get it. I understand you doing it for the clicks and views, and it's funny because I watched the whole thing. It was hilarious. But I'm laughing, but I'm not the one making videos no more. I miss my son neither. So yeah, you're doing it for my entertainment, but you're the one who miss your son. So if you miss your son that much, you gotta kind of nip it in the bud. You better be like casting that and being there with a bunch of dudes. So again, like, I mean, while we on these type of topics real quick, I do want to